Hello students, today I will discuss about different methods of water purification. I will discuss about the origin and nature of the sewage as well as different water treatment processes, their significance, and liquid and solid waste treatment regarding the municipal sewage and different domestic water purification process. So you know that the sewage treatment or domestic wastewater treatment is the processes by which the contaminations are removed from the wastewater. The pure water is needed for drinking, ice making, which is free from biological as well as chemical pollutants which causes the health hazards. First, 1870, Edward Frankland, who found the filtration through the porous gravel for the sewage. Origin of sewage, it includes the residential, institutional, industrial, groundwater as well as commercial source, and residential source includes toilet, kitchens, basin, etc. Nature of the sewage, if it is coming out from the industry, it is point source. If the liquid come from the rainfall from the rooftop containing heavy metal, containing organic pollutants, so they are called non-point source pollution. Now, if the water is free from the wastes like domestic or industrial waste, chemical as well as microbial pathogens, it is the potable water. But if it contains all those waste together, that is called the non-potable water. So, water treatment and the purification processes are the processes by which water is transformed to the more acceptable version, okay, at the desired end use. And you know that this pure water is needed for the medical purpose, drinking purpose, industrial purpose as well. And there are so many different techniques, physical, chemical, biological, different techniques are there, and ultimately we are returning the water to the natural environment without adverse environmental impact, ecological impact. So the significance, if we do not purify the water, wastewater rather, so dissemination of the pathogenic microorganism, fouling odor can be generated, the water cannot be permissible for drinking, recreation purpose, dissolved oxygen will be depleted, and the accumulation and dissemination of the toxic metals, toxic chemical, so that endangered ecosystem. Water treatment processes, it may be with individual water supply, with municipal water supply, as well as it may be domestic water purification process. First, individual water supply regarding single dwelling unit, that is septic tank. In case of septic tank, mainly two processes are going on. Number one, sedimentation, precipitation of suspended particulate matter, and biological degradation by anaerobic microbes digestion. Municipal water supply. So, different processes by which the water is collected from the river, right, and after passing through different treatment processes, the water is converted to the purified potable version and it is sent to the city tank, from which throughout the city the clean water is distributed. Municipal treatment process, it includes the pre-treatment, primary treatment, secondary treatment, tertiary or advanced treatment, final or completed treatment, as well as it includes the solid processing. Pre-treatment process, it is nothing but the physico-chemical, mainly the physical process by which the larger particles like sticks, tree limb, trashes, they are removed from the raw water itself before clogging or damaging the primary clarifier, pump or skimmers. Now process, it includes pumping and containment, screening, shredding, grit removal, fats and oil removal, as well as storage, preconditioning, pre-chlorination altogether. Pumping and containment, the water is collected, pumped from the source, and through the pipe it is actually sent to the reservoir tank. Screening, so the non-degradable organism, non-degradable particles, sticks, etc., they are screened out by fine, coarse, inclined, rotator, by different screens. And shredding, so the particle sizes is getting reduced within the comminutor. Ultimately, fats and grease are removed by the skimming off, and within the grit chamber, by equilibrating the flow, all those grit, stones, gravels can be settled down. Preconditioning, to reduce hardness of the water, sodium carbonate is given, so insoluble salts are precipitated out by common ion effect. And pre-chlorination, heaps of chlorines are given to avoid the growth of fouling organism, so it cannot choke the water running pipe. As well as storage at the river bank side, it is needed for the settlement, it is a buffer system for longer time period. Primary treatment.
Ma'am, in this purification process, we are using chlorine and such chemicals like that. Can't they harm our living cells also?
Yes, very good question. So chlorine has some sort of deleterious effect. So that's why we are using chloramine, so having lesser health effect. Primary treatment, once again the physicochemical process, and it is done within the primary clarifier. So primary treatment processes, it include pH adjustment, flocculation, sedimentation as well as filtration. First, the pH adjustment. If the pH is less than 7 acidic, then sodium hydroxide will be applied. If the alkaline water is there, so to lower the pH, acid must be added. Flocculation and coagulation. So it is a kind of the clarification. So we can remove the viscosity, we can remove the turbidity from the water. So first small PPT, precipitation is made, right? And if we can give some sort of agitation, so all the small particle will aggregate together. So coagulation gives the adherence of all those suspended particulate matter, and this flocculation is done within the flocculation basin by ferric chloride, synthetic coagulant like polydadmac, etc. Now sedimentation. Sedimentation basin is closer to the flocculation basin, so floc will not disrupt within this particular pathway. So ultimately we can slow the flow, and in this larger tank all those floc will be settled out. So after settling of the floc, so if there is any suspended particulate matter, that can be filtered by filtration process. Mainly 3 filtration processes are there: lava filter, membrane filter as well as rapid and slow sand filters. So all those flocs, all those remaining particulate matter can be filtered out. API oil separator. It is designed according to the standard of American Petroleum Institute. Okay. So according to the Stokes law, the gravity separation, the oil droplets are precipitated according to their density. According to their velocity, they can be separated out. You know that this particular oil and suspended particulate matter is coming out from the dairy waste as well as from the oil refineries wastewater. Dissolved air flotation, once again the clarification process. Here the bubbles are adhered to the suspended particulate matter, and all those suspended particles will float, and that particular froth layer can be skimmed off. Secondary treatment. So primary air pre-treatment, nothing but the physical and physicochemical technique. Why chemical technique? Because apart from the physical filtration, flocculation, we are applying some chemicals, so chemical technique must be there. But secondary treatment is the biological process by which biological contaminations like human waste as well as food waste, soap, detergent, they can be degraded by biological treatment process. Secondary treatment process includes filtration, aeration or oxidation with microbial growth, that may be in the aerobic or anaerobic environment, maybe fixed film or suspended growth technique. Filtration, we can use cartridge filtration, rapid sand filtration, multimedia sand filtration as well as upflow filtration. Oxidation and aeration, it includes oxidation pond, oxidation ditch as well as surface aerated basin. So in case of oxidation pond, it is the stabilization pond, large holding capacity, longer retention time, okay, 10 feet deep pond is there. So heterotrophic bacteria, they utilize degradable organic carbon, right? They support the algal growth. Once again, that particular algal growth can disintegrate that organic compound and gives oxygen for the microbial growth. In case of legionine, you can find the natural environment, natural settlement process, fine. Ultimately, there are so many Spirotrichs as well as Daphnia, Rotifera, all those organisms are present for longer time. The surface aerated basin, here we can find the presence of aerator. This particular aerator supplies oxygen to the water flow as well as help to interact the air with the particulate matter, and actually it supplies the air equivalent 1.8 to 2.7 kilogram oxygen per kilowatt hour. Okay, so they actually help to mix them in the proper order. In oxidation ditch, that is the elliptical tank, a large tank is there, a particular rotor is there which help to mix the water flow with the oxygen. So in this case particularly, the denitrification, nitrogen can also be removed. 2 chambers are there. With microbial growth, maybe aerobic fixed film and suspended growth technique, maybe anaerobic fixed film and suspended growth technique. First, aerobic fixed film technique. It consists trickling filter, rotating biological conductors as well as rotating drum filter. First, trickling filter. Composition, first the filter bed is there. Number 2, the drainage system, distribution system is present, and under drain system is also present. So how it is getting operated? First, a fixed bed is made by the gravel, stone, etc., and it is covered with the slime layer of bacteria. Specially, it is called zooglial film, specially by zooglial ramigera, some gram-negative bacilli. So it has some sort of natural pumping capacity. It has metal absorption power, polyhydroxybutyrate detoxification, and water purification power. And this particular organism, so spraying of oxygen is given and water is flowed downwards through this particular bed, and this organism, they absorb the organic carbon from the water, right, and they ultimately oxidize by the metabolism, and low BOD containing, low carbon containing things as well as methane, water, they are all coming out.
Ma'am, what is the significance of BOD reduction?
Very good question. That means lesser amount of organic pollutants. Now, rotating biological conductors, that is the submerged media system. So, series of the parallel disc, they are attached to the rotating shaft and they are supported over the surface. Fine. 3/4 are submerged in the water and they are absorbing the biodegradable organic carbon. When they are rotating and coming in contact with air, they are oxidizing them off, giving rise to the carbon dioxide. The same thing you can find in case of fish aquarium, the rotating drum filter. Water is sprayed over the rotating drum and drum spins through the water and it takes up the ammonia, the fish waste from the water, and when it comes in contact with the air, it converts to the nitrite as well as nitrate. Aerobic suspended growth technique. It includes activated sludge process along with extended aeration, membrane bioreactor and biological aerated filter. The activated sludge process. So, it actually consists of aeration tank and settler and clarifier tank. In aeration tank, amoeba, spirotrix, bacteria are given, okay, in the small agglomeration, and they oxidize with high aeration the carbon as well as nitrogen, and the biological flocks or brown flocks are made which are settled at the settler and clarifier. Now, if the non-settlable sludge is there due to the presence of spherotilus natans, that is called sludge blanket, that can be removed by other process. Now, resuspended, the RAS, so this particular resuspended activated sludge, returned activated sludge can be returned to the aerated tank and the surplus activated sludge is removed. In case of this extended aeration, we can again take the discharge liquid and by chlorination we can again treat them off. Membrane bioreactor, it is industrially used where it is the compilation of microfiltration, ultrafiltration combined with that of your suspended growth reactor. Biological aerated filter, it is needed for the oxidation of carbon and denitrification. Now, anaerobic fixed film technique, we will discuss about the anaerobic filter as well as different anaerobic digestion processes. Anaerobic filter, it is within the aluminum vessel containing the inlet pipe of water, outlet pipe as well as supporting packing material. And we can find the anaerobic reactor, anaerobic organism is given, less suspended matter, less solid is provided here, produced here rather. Anaerobic digestion, 4 processes are there: hydrolysis, acidogenesis, acetogenesis and methanogenesis. So, by the anaerobic digestion from the organic carbon, ultimately methane gas is produced. Now, anaerobic suspended growth technique, it includes upflow, anaerobic sludge blanket reactor as well as biomethanation process. So, in case of UASB, upflow anaerobic sludge blanket reactor, what is going on? It is a single tank, fine, and a sludge blanket is made. So, in which some small agglomeration of microorganism is present. They take up biodegradable organic carbon from the water, right, and they make flocks, but flock cannot be removed because water is supplied from the downwards, from the bottom of the tank. It is going upward. So, by upward movement, the flocks, the bubbles are mixed with the flock, and ultimately the sloped walls are there, they deflect the water, they clarifies the water which can be collected from the top. But the environment is anaerobic, so that methane gas is produced. The same thing here, okay, in the controlled atmosphere, in the biodigester reactor, from the organic carbon, it is degraded to form the methane, okay. Now, tertiary treatment. Tertiary treatment is nothing but we are by the process raising the effluent quality by effluent polishing. So, we are removing nutrients, we are removing ions as well as simple organics. So, tertiary treatment process, first by the carbon adsorption process filtration is done, then nutrient removal, because if the nitrogen and phosphorus is present, so that causes the eutrophication, algal growth, okay. So, it depletes the oxygen available in water. So, first the nitrogen will be removed by the internal mixed liquor recycle pump, IMLR. Nitrification and denitrification, all those things will be happen. Phosphorus removal, that will be happen via enhanced biological phosphorus removal with the help of PAO. What is PAO? Polyphosphate accumulating organism. And removal of ions are done with ion exchange resins and electrodeionization. By electrodialysis, by 2 electrodes, all the calcium, magnesium, ions which are responsible for the hardness of water can be removed well. Other tertiary treatment process, addition of fluoride in case of hexafluorosilicic acid, because it helps in the teeth health, as well as removal of extra fluoride, nitrification, denitrification, reduction of plumbosolvency, okay. So, lead can be corroded by the acidic pH water, as well as RO and UF technology is adopted here. Final or complete treatment, it consists of the disinfection, post aeration and odor and color removal. Disinfection with the chlorine as chloramine that I have already told you, ozone, UV disinfection as well as solar disinfection, carbon absorption technique, hydrogen peroxide disinfection. So many disinfections are there, and within the solar disinfection UV disinfection is present. Post aeration, dissolved oxygen is added because it was utilized previously. Odor can be controlled by high density solid pump, and color can be rectified with the presence of ferric sulfate. Now, solid waste treatment. So, what is going on? The solid waste is generated, like activated sludge is getting generated in case of activated sludge process that I have told you in the clarifier and settler tank. The settleable solid when precipitated, it is called as activated sludge containing all those organisms together, because liquor is free from organism as well as all other suspended matter. Now, it must be treated, fine. Thickening, dewatering, stabilization and disposal of sludge must be maintained. And this dewatering and thickening is done with dewater decanter, okay. A device is there used in dairy industry. So, that actually helps to solidify the cake, okay. So, that is nothing but high speed centrifugal device, and by the aerobic and anaerobic sludge digestion process, if we apply the anaerobic organism, so that will give rise to the methane. If we apply the aerobic organism, that will give rise to carbon dioxide. But in the closed vessel at 50 to 60 degrees centigrade temperature, thermophilic organism at pH 7, they actually cure the sludge, fine. Methane and carbon dioxide is produced. But another example of the process is composting, where with the dewatered sludge we are mixing the organism, fine, along with the wood chips, and the flash of aeration, the forced aeration is given, oxygen is given. So, ultimately it takes 21 days to stabilize, cure the sludge, but in case of anaerobic sludge digestion it takes 2 to 3 weeks. And after that incineration with high temperature burning, we are converting this solid cake to the fly ash, which is needed for the land filling for the waste solid disposal, having high fertilizer value, all that particular ash generated by the incineration process. Now, domestic water purification, it may be the physical process like boiling, carbon filtering, reverse osmosis, sono-arsenic filter, ion exchange process, direct contact, membrane distillation, UV process, because in your domestic water filter UV and RO is present. So, all those are the physical process, apart from which you can use the chromalum, potassium, halogenated compounds as well as ozone, hydrogen peroxide, they can also be used. Permanganate can be used, but all those materials have health hazards. So, that is why we have selected the proper one, that is a kind of chloramine which gives a lesser residue. So, these all are the processes. So, student, I have discussed about the water disinfection process, method of the water purification, by which we can create the treated fluid as well as treated sludge which is environmentally safe, can be disposed of, can be reused, recycled back. But the problem is still there in case of the rural environment where inadequate treatment processes are present. It causes the pollution because they are dumping the raw water with the drinking water. Thank you.